Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. We have a whole lot of news for you. I know you love this news. We're going to talk about Ambazonia and La République du Cameroun. We're going to talk about the Central African Republic. We're going to talk about Congo DRC. We're going to talk about Nigeria. We're going to talk about Senegal. We're going to talk about South Africa. We're going to talk about Sudan. And we'll end in Tunisia. So there's a whole lot of news breaking out. I know most of you ask, Prince Ojong, you spent some time talking about business. Why not just talk about news? It is because when we started this show, we decided that we wanted to be different. We wanted to be a show that doesn't just discuss problems. We do not just want a show that makes you laugh. We wanted to have a show that is combined with solutions. We have a plan. Most shows talk about African problems, but they don't come up with ways to solve the problems. So we wanted to have a show which discusses the problems, then at the same time, we look at ways of solving this problem. We've looked at Africans' problems in detail, and we realize that the problems are economic, social, and political. So we have decided to follow 3 phases in solving Africa's problems. We've started first with the economic phase. The problem in Africa, as you know, today is June 19th, it's June 10th, and you know what June 10th represents in African American history. Africa, whether you're African American, West Indian, we consider you an African. We are a Pan-Africanist and Afrocentric channel. We believe Africans should be one, and they should work as one. So today is June 10th, and it's a day we have to remember in history. If you remember the Emancipation Proclamation of Abraham Lincoln, the slaves were freed. Then later in Galveston, Texas, the Lone Star State of Texas. Then we have this June 10th when formally the slaves were declared independent. So we are looking at freedom for African people, no matter where they are. It doesn't matter whether you're in the West Indies, whether you are in the motherland, whether you're in China, we still believe in the freedom of you as an African, which is why we're taking time to celebrate June 10th. And we're asking Africans to wake up. What can we learn from June 10th? It means freedom is precious, and we as Africans must fight for our freedom. We must buy our freedom. Freedom is not free. So when you tell us, oh, Prince Ojong, you guys run ads on your show, you talk about business. We talk about business because we want to be independent. We don't want to be begging people for stuff. We want to preach independence, self-reliance. We do not want to be beggars anymore. In order for Africans to be free, they must have money. They must be making more money. So we've decided to divide Africa's problems into 3 parts. We're dealing now with the economic part. We're encouraging a lot of Africans to get into business or get better jobs in the form of careers so that they can become independent. If they're independent, if we need money to get into the next phase, which we're going to be getting soon, which is the social phase and the political phase, we'll have people who are ready. We will not just be having people who spend their time dancing at night and going to sleep late. Then when you have a cause, okay, let's contribute money to free the motherland. We don't have money. We don't want that. We want to start helping our people to start climbing the social ladder in America. Maslow has this hierarchy of needs. We want people to be able to solve their basic physical needs so that they can aspire to bigger things. That's when they will be thinking about social needs and political needs. But if you cannot satisfy your basic physical needs like housing and security, shelter, you're not going to be worrying about aspirational needs. Okay? So we want to take things gradually, which is why we spend time talking about business and we spend time talking about careers. In fact, on July 4th, we're going to announce the launch of a new business program, which we're going to be holding you hand in gloves, showing you how to start a business and succeed in it. Because we realize that that's the first phase. If more Africans are making money in the United States and other parts of the world, If we say we need money to do something, take for example in the United States, they may talk about democracy, but democracy is for sale. So if you don't understand this, there's no true democracy in America. America's democracy is for sale. You see that the people who are in Congress, all the branches of government, they are for sale. Look at Congress. Look at the Senate. When you have money, you can run for office as many times as you want. You can stay in office for as long as you want. Look at the war now in Ukraine and Russia. As an African, what can you learn? What you can learn is, why are the Americans going to Ukraine to fight? Why are they supporting Ukraine militarily? It's because the Ukrainian lobby in the US is very powerful. But as of now, there's no African lobby in the US. That has to change. You cannot just sit and protest every day. It's not going to work. You have to fill the pockets of politicians with money. When politicians are running for office, you need to help them win so that they can be in your pocket. Whenever you need them to do anything, they will do it for you. But right now, we don't really have that because Africans are scattered. We don't really have a national organization that caters to African interests. And that has to change, which is why we started this show, because if we want the West or America as the biggest superpower in the world, if we want America to support us, to support our causes, then we have to put American politicians in our pockets. We have to be able to buy them. So that's how other groups are doing. That's how the Jews are doing it. That's how the Ukrainians are doing it. Why do you think President Joe Biden is spending a lot of money sending weapons to Ukraine to fight Russia? It's because the Ukrainians who are in the US are lobbying for that to be done. Africa has no lobby. So that has to change. In order to have a lobby, we need to have money. So we're emphasizing this because some of you ask us questions. We don't want to be beggars or people who just go out and protest and make noise. We want to show that we have the backbone. We're not just paper tigers. We don't just bark, but we bite. You can only bite when you have the finance. So right now, we don't. So that's why on this show, we're encouraging our people to start making more money, to get into business so that they can make more money. So that's just the economic organization phase. After that, we're going to move to the social phase, when we start helping Africans to organize themselves in the United States so that they can move towards the third phase, which is the political phase. Okay? So without further ado, that's why we're doing business. And that's why we're encouraging people to get into business, because we have this big plan to take our country back, to take our continent back. So Africa has to be great again. The only way Africa can be great again is if we have our people who are doing well financially. Right now, you have a few pockets of Africans who are doing well financially, and they prefer to be hidden somewhere. They don't want to deal with the other Africans. So we want that to change. We want people who are rich in our community to feel comfortable mingling with other Africans. Okay? That's what we're trying to achieve with this show. So that's why we emphasize business ownership. That's why we emphasize helping our people to get into better careers, because we want them to change their lives. In fact, before we move into our news segment, we're going to tell you that we want to thank all our clients, and we're going to thank all the folks who are doing business with us, even as customers, because your businesses are going to be doing well. So we thank all our subscribers also, and we thank all our viewers. If you are viewing this show for the first time, we're asking you to go ahead and subscribe to the show, because we want our numbers to keep going up. For today, computer IT classes, we've been singing every week that take advantage of these classes. We want to thank Dynamic Mental Health. If you have any problem with your health, Dynamic Mental Health can help you. We want to thank our attorney, Benedict Ake. If you need a lawyer, Benedict Ake can help you. Then, of course, we've been telling you that we are rolling out our program, and we're getting a lot of doctors and nurse practitioners who are buying our software for medical offices. The numbers are growing every day. We're signing up more nurse practitioners and doctors using the app. You can even see some of the changes we've made to the app. We've made it possible to have scanning in the app. Take a look at it.
So we are understanding for the scanner system. First of all, what we do, whichever printer is connected with our system will show in drop down. We will select that printer and now click on scan. The document will scan and we will select from here that what we want, color, picture or black and white or whatever. Now we will scan this document. Now the document has been scanned and we will upload it. Now we can download the document from here. Document is shown in PDF format. We can print and we can download or save it.
We've made it possible for you to see teams working together in the app. Take a look at it.
Let's begin with our screenshot that the reference you have given, in which we have two sections like patient care team and visit treatment plan. In patient care team we have the team members and other than team. So first we will go to the pool chart, select a patient and then go to care teams. In this we have the option for patient care team and visit treatment team. In patient care team we can add PCPs and other team members also. In PCPs we have the providers list. We can save it. The data has been saved and also we can end this from here.
Then at the same time, we've also made it easy for you to see the way doctors actually document. And you can see this in the pool chart section. Okay? So this is as much as we can tell you about the app. The app is ready. So if you have any doctor who wants to use this application, share this information with them. If you have any nurse practitioner, medical doctor who wants to open a healthcare business, let us know. But our interest is not limited to healthcare. Some of you were asking us. We're helping people to open businesses in other areas, whether it's IT, or if you want, we can also help you with businesses in affiliate marketing, which is a new big thing in the internet. You want to make money online using influencers, we want to show you how to do it. So 4th of July, watch our show. We're going to have information on how you can get into business and make big money. Without further ado, let us get straight into our news segment. We'll start with Ambazonia. There's a lot happening in Ambazonia. It's like the killing goes on. It's a killing zone, a killing field. The military kills people, then the people retaliate. So it's just like tit for tat. And that's what is going on. The bloodshed is ongoing. The international community does not even care about what is happening. But every day, it's like the same song, a broken record. The military will kill, then the people too will retaliate and kill the military.
Una move on all. Wait. Una don't see him now. We'll move the voice and enter.
No man, they move on to the trailer and for there. Don't. Yeah, man.
They said no pity work for La Republique. You people said no pity is working for La Republique. I've just done it again. I said no pity has just done it again. And he will never stop. He will keep doing what he knows best. I said, I repeat, no pity will keep doing what he knows best. Yes. This is what I know to do best. And I will never surrender. I will keep killing and shedding military blood. I said I will keep killing and shedding military's blood. I've told you people many times. I repeat, I've told you people countless times. I take time. When I take time, oh, now they no pity the talk. Any man waiting for this time, we military, they can't enter for your house. Me, the man no say no pity will burn the house. If care 1,000 military come with the house, I will burn her. Because military they work now with the spirit of God. I the worker with God all time and any side. I need one with my spirit. Now God did one for me. This is my divine gift from God. My divine gift from God. This is my talent. I'm not forcing it. It's what no pity know has to do best.
In fact, some of the images are so gory, we don't even want to show them to you anymore. But it's a fact of life. The killing goes on. So it goes on unabated. And it looks like the whole area is awash with weapons. In fact, there's even a video of Paul Atanganji, the Minister of Territorial Administration, complaining. You can see a video that we have of Paul Atanganji complaining. He's holding a security meeting in Limbe, what we call Victoria. He's asking, where are these weapons coming from?
They have been acquiring arms. So where are these arms coming from? We have to start investigating. Where are the arms coming from?
Dummy, you don't know where the weapons are coming from? If you've been watching our show, you know where the weapons are coming from. The weapons are coming from the military, and they're also coming from neighboring countries. That's where the weapons are coming from. African borders are very porous. So your military cannot succeed in blocking all the borders. The people always figure a way to get in and sneak in with the weapons. As much as you think you're doing a good job, militarization cannot win. We keep emphasizing the same thing. And a lot of international experts are echoing our theme. Militarization is going to fail. After 2016, has it succeeded? No. Today we're in 2022. The bloodshed goes on, okay? So if you want to stop this problem, you have to come to the table. Tell your boss, France, that the people need to sit at the table and resolve their conflict. If the Biya regime does not want the people to go their separate way, then let him organize a meaningful dialogue and discuss the Anglophone problem. That will help a whole lot of stuff. If not, the weapons will be there.
Squad.
No joy for the wicked.
Wounded squad.
No joy for the wicked.
Wounded squad.
No joy for the wicked.
Yes. Today na Saturday 11 of June 2022. Na harvest this for Wounded squad for Bafu 7 Kata where they don't harvest. Today for my 4. This one na just the one then where they come back. Some other ones sleep for water where that one don't go. Yeah. We not take that one in them because the pressure will be too much. So now the one then this way we don't bring them back. So the talk say from today, any control where they stand, they take money for our mommy them, our pa them, our brother them, the kill our sister them, our brother them, rape them, burn house. From today, make that control end. And then we know for one them, say all these Cameroon terrorists, them we no want them for Amazonian land. May they go, may they pack and go. We no want them. So the talk say from today, as this one don't pass, so no be the only one this. More they come. If they want strong head, more they come. Na Bafu 7 Kata Wounded squad.
One for all.
One for all. Wana. Bwam. Where them they make we jam them.
Then another source of weapons is trade. This has become like a business. The Anglophone war or the Amber Revolution has become a war. But in addition to being a war, it's also a business. The military guys are making money. They sell their weapons to the Ambazonians. Then sometimes the Ambazonians also seize the weapons from the military. There are so many videos you'll see. They kill the military elements and do away with their weapons.
So I'm routine and that.
Right.
Enough. No be bonbon. The other two will need bullet. Need enough bullet.
Material that. Oh, the explosive that settle.
So we need help. We need plenty help. We need plenty help.
So that's why the whole area is now awash with weapons. You can even see pictures. The harvest these Amazonian guys are doing. So it's ongoing. Like this week, you saw a picture. We can show you a picture or a video. If a family is angry, crying because the military has killed their folks, and they are rushing to the DO's office. Take a minute and watch it. Similarly, you can also see people in La République. They are mourning the loss of B soldiers. They're doing a funeral. So it's like the killing is on both sides. We want this war to end because there's no benefit we derive from this war. Those who are deriving benefit do not really want this war to end. And that's the problem. We want this war to end, but if you don't do that, like today again, you can even see activity on the ground. The Amazonian Restoration Forces went ahead, cut big trees, and blocked the roads. Then the military now was spending so much time trying to cut these trees and clear the way. So you can see now that there's a whole lot of conflict which is ongoing. So eventually the two sides will get tired. But so long as the weapons keep flowing, the war will keep going on, and the money also is flowing. So that's what is inciting activity on both sides, okay? The military side and the Amazonian side. Then of course, last week we spoke to you about the burning of the hospital in Manfi. We told you that we've investigated the story, and our sources confirmed that irritated and angry government fighters burned the hospital. Then they tried to accuse the Amazonian Restoration Forces for committing that heinous act. So this is a very, very bad guys. They are out of control. So they do everything and nobody tells them not to do anything. Once they give them the command that shoot and kill, we don't care whether you kill anybody in cold blood, just keep killing. So that's really what is really creating problem in Amazonia today. The people kill, they have the license to kill, and they kill without mercy. When the people have their way, they also retaliate and kill the folks in the military. Already, you can also see that the Mbororo people are also becoming a target of the Amazonian Restoration Forces because they are siding with the government. So you can see a whole lot of anger. Most of the Mbororo who are in the northwest region are suffering from the brunt of this war because they are looking at them as traitors. So it's very, very sad when you look at what is happening. Next, we're going to look at La République.
Hey, yo, Shape, I thought you was going to take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shape. When I say his services are the best in the states, word is born. He even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
La République has a lot of stories going on, but when you look at a lot of the news stories, it is a dying regime. Biya is a dying king, so most of the people around him are jockeying for power. You see some who have coalesced around Frank Biya, the son. They are thinking that what happened in Gabon is also going to happen in Cameroon, where a son will succeed the father. So you can see those who are supporting Frank because they want to make money from there They are doing their best to support Frank. And you can see the pictures. Frank was a lot on social media, especially Instagram, saying that he will be different from his father. He's going to be a nice guy, give the people scholarship, free education. So those are just distractions, while the folks who are stealing from the country with impunity continue stealing. And you can see that going on. Then, of course, the situation is really precarious in the country. There's a lot of insecurity. Look at the north of Cameroon, around Adamawa region. A lot of people were killed in cold blood. Where are the security forces? The security forces are not there. But when it's time to kill civilians, oh, the security forces are there. In fact, we have a big story which we're going to break for you right now, and this story has to do with Colonel Joel Emile Banqui. You've heard this name for the first time on this show, but this is a name that you guys have been sending to us a whole lot. In fact, some of you have been sending stories to us concerning Michel Biemtong, a journalist who was tortured by Joel Emile Banqui, who is in charge of the secret police, the gendarmes in La République du Cameroun. So Michel Biemtong has his own channel. He has even a YouTube channel where he shares news with the world. He has been complaining about his activities when he was a journalist in La République du Cameroun. Because he was critical of the government, Joel Emile Biemtong tortured him, invited him to his office. He tortured him and kept him for a long time. He almost died. After he left the prison, he escaped from La République du Cameroun. He went to Burkina Faso. Then later on, he found himself in Europe. So this is the story of Michel Biemtong. So that was the person who drew to our attention the name Joel Emile Banqui. Today, a lot of you have sent us stories about other victims of Joel Emile Banqui. Joel Emile Banqui is the hatchet man of Paul Biya. He kills people. It looks like what Joel Emile Banqui does is he kills these people just the way Khashoggi was killed by the Saudi Arabians. He cuts his people, would bring cutlasses and machetes and hammers, and they will break you into pieces. Then they put you in a trash bag. Then they go and dump you. So people have seen this happen, and one of the people who saw this happen is another prisoner from La République du Cameroun. His name is Sébastien Ebala. He's talking about his fate when he was tortured, and he told us that he saw the way Emile Banqui's people were breaking the body parts of Anglophones who were taken to Yaoundé for interrogation. Then they dumped their body parts in bags and threw the bags in holes. Nobody even knew about all of this, but all of this is coming to light because of the story from Sébastien Ebala. So this week is a very big story in the Francophone world. They are talking about it everywhere. So if you're looking for an Anglophone and you don't see him, just know that he has been a victim of hatchet man Joel Emile Banqui. So this is really heartless. When the new regime comes, people like Emile Banqui have to be arrested because he's a criminal. He's a criminal, he's a murderer. So you need to pay attention to this individual because he cannot be free forever. And we know in philosophy, we say to everything that has a beginning, there's an end. So be it with the regime of Paul Biya. Because it had a beginning, so it must have an end. And we think the end is almost here. Those who don't believe it, keep watching. It's not like waiting for Godot. You cannot be waiting for the second coming of Christ the way you're waiting for Biya. Biya will die soon. That one is a sanctity. And people like Emile Banqui will have to face judgment because before they go to heaven, they need to face judgment on earth. The ICC is not really doing much because the international court is very corrupt. If you are against the interests of the Western world, they would present you as a dictator and look for ways to topple you. But if you're a friend of the Western world, if you are like Mr. Paul Biya, who allows large vehicles to carry wood, even though it's forbidden to cut wood in certain areas, to carry this wood to Western countries, you are a good guy. You can even see pictures. We have even a guy who was protesting that every night he sees logs of wood, big logs of wood transported at night so that people don't see. Then they are taken to the port and shipped out of the country. Who is benefiting from all of this? The people behind the Biya regime are the ones benefiting. And this is really sad. From here now, we'll move to Central African Republic. Central African Republic is also a country where there is chaos. And Assange Touadera is taking advantage of this chaos to try to run for office. But they also have an issue with the demarcation of borders. We had said Africa needs to tear down its borders because these borders are holding us hostage. We need to tear these borders and function like one country, the United States of Africa. Then you'll be able to hold most of these dirty politicians in check. You have just one president, you have one African parliament. Instead of having the AU, which is dysfunctional, you have a real parliament where laws are voted on and the military act based on the parliament. Okay? Right now, every small country has a puppet of the Western world who takes instruction from the West, kills his people, and there's no accountability. That has to change. Of course, there's a lot of news also in Congo DRC. We've been telling you that all is not well between Paul Kagame and Felix Tshisekedi. For a long time, we've been saying that Paul Kagame is stealing mineral resources from Congo DRC. People say, now you started another game of blaming people. No, we gather this intelligence and we share it with the world. The last few weeks have really shown that we are very, very foresighted. Okay? We saw this coming, and today Felix Tshisekedi is complaining about what we've been complaining about for almost 2 years. Now he knows that Paul Kagame is stealing his resources. The M23 made incursions into the territory of Congo DRC. So now Felix Tshisekedi is asking for a force to try to help. But he doesn't want Rwanda to be part of that multi-regional force, peace force. So that's where there's a stalemate right now. But Nigeria, well, Nigeria is our country. We love talking about Nigeria. Politics, politics, politics. So you can see a big man, Bola Tinubu, is returned to Lagos in style. So they are welcoming him, a lot of fanfare. People know that our big guy is definitely, he clinched the APC nomination for the primary, and he's now going to be contesting with other guys like Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi in the other parties. But we know Bola Tinubu is the big guy who's going to break everything. He's going to win. So we just can already predict that Bola Tinubu is going to be the next Nigerian president. So watch it, take it from us. Atiku is a strong candidate. He has money. But it looks like Bola Tinubu has more money than God. He controls not only the city of Lagos, but he's a very suave politician. He knows how to build coalitions. So even now, all his rivals are falling in line to support him. So he's preparing now for a very bitter campaign. We don't know whether Atiku Abubakar will be able to match this big dude. But this dude is very, very clever, and he knows how to play politics. He's a very good dribbler. And we know he's going to win this nomination. So that's much of what the people are talking about. So you can see Lagos is beaming with a lot of pride. Their boy has made good. He's going to be the next president. And we can see it going. But at the same time, let's not forget about insecurity. Last week, we talked to you about the massacre in some of the churches where bandits went to church, St. Francis Church, and killed people in cold blood. These same bandits made another plot which was foiled by the Amotekun. We told you this last week. But this week, we just got intelligence that these same bandits were going on a mission to kill a lot of Christians. What happened? God stopped them in their tracks. If you remember the story of Saul, how did Saul become Paul? It's the same thing that happened to these bandits. But this time, I think God just said, no, this dude, let me just use the law of karma with them. Thunder and lightning kill all these bandits, so they could not accomplish their mission. And we'll have a video to share with you, Nigerians. Take a look. As you can see, there's a lot of fire burning. All the bandits that were going to kill Christians were killed by God. So if somebody tells you there is no God, there is no Jesus, think again. There is God, okay? There is God. And God gives you time to play games, then he acts at the right time. Last time it was the act of God that made Amotekun to stop these guys in their tracks. But this time, the force of nature, which is made by God, intervene and kill all these bandits from the north. They could not kill any more Christians. Okay? So this is what is really happening in Nigeria. But will Tinubu be able to change the tempo? Will he be able to ensure that there is less insecurity in Nigeria? That's the answer we're looking for, because that's a question in the minds of a lot of Nigerians as they prepare to vote Tinubu into office. Next, we'll move to Senegal. Senegal is a country where Macky Sall, who is now the chairperson of the African Union, is president. But he cannot even take care of his own country. Of course, you know about the rebels in the Casamance region. But now even the opposition is really angry because Macky Sall is making it difficult for them to campaign. He has banned all forms of protest. So is this guy a Democrat? We don't think so. A Democrat doesn't behave this way. Whenever there is no democracy, whenever there is the domination of one guy, the country is bound to suffer. And that's what is happening in Senegal. Senegal used to be a peaceful country, but Macky Sall is turning it into a very cantankerous nation. Next, we'll move to South Africa. Last week, we spoke to you about a scandal. Before President Cyril Ramaphosa came to power, Jacob Zuma was president. As a result of the Bell Pottinger scandal, South Africans decided to vote their president out of office. Now we have a new guy who is Cyril Ramaphosa. You have the Fala scandal. A lot of money was discovered in the farm of the president. Millions of dollars, foreign currency. And they are asking him to come clean. South Africans are asking questions. They even want him to resign. But will he resign? That's exactly what we're waiting for. Then, of course, you have Sudan and Tunisia. There is a protest in Sudan. A big guy has taken over. In Tunisia, remember Tunisia is the land of the Arab Spring. That's where Mohamed Bouazizi burned himself alive. But you think the leaders have learned a lesson. They have not learned any lesson. There's still two more in Tunisia. Welcome to Africa, a land of troubles. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com. Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.